In this video, I show you how I build this BB gun target, which captures the BBs so they can be reused. Now I'm using 3/4 inch plywood to make the target, and I'm starting by cutting out two sides 10 by 16 inches. Next I cut out the top and bottom, which will be 8 by 10 inches. And then I cut out the back, which will be 8 by 14.5 inches. Now we're going to assemble what we have so far. Now for assembly, it's important to note that the top and bottom will fit in between the sides. Now on one of the sides, I'm making it removable. I'm just attaching it with screws. You don't have to do this, it's optional. I did it to add visibility as I assemble this, but you may want to consider it just to make maintenance on this or upgrades easier. Next I'm adding a ramp to the back of this so the BBs can roll down and fall towards the front of the box. Now I'm cutting this ramp 8 inches by 6 inches with 45-degree angles on each side so it can fit in the corner. Now I suppose this is not required, although it does help group all the BBs closer together, making it easier to pick them up. Now for a BB stopper, I'm using some fabric, which I'll be loosely hanging from the top of this. So when the BBs hit it, there's plenty of give to allow the BB to slow down and then fall down to the bottom of this. Next I need a strip in the front of this to catch the BBs. For this, I'm cutting a 1 by 8 inch piece, and I'll be attaching this just by nailing it in place. Now this is left square. I think if I added a 45-degree angle on this, it would be easier to pick up the BBs. But after this, I cut out the front, which will be 9.5 by 16 inches. I need a hole in the front for a paper target. I'm just using standard 8.5 by 11 printer paper for my targets. So for this, I just line up the piece of paper towards the top, and I use a hole punch going about a 1/2 inch in from each corner just to mark off areas where I can drill out first with a 3/8 inch drill bit. And I'm drilling out the corners because when I go and cut it out with the jigsaw, it's a lot easier to fit the blade in and cut out the square this way. I had a last second idea here, adding a stop for the paper. It helps hold the paper in place, but it does add an extra shield in case the BBs bounce a lot on the bottom, so they don't bounce out the paper target after it captures it. An idea I had later is adding a small angle to this, so if a BB lands on there, it falls down into the bottom part. So it still worked this way, but adding an angle to this so it angles down so BBs can roll down, I think would be a good idea. Next I'm adding a hinge on the bottom here, and I'll also add a clamp on the top. This just makes it a lot faster for swapping out targets. Now I'm adding some duct tape to the sides just for extra grip to hold the paper in place. I don't want the paper as it gets shot to kind of bend inward more and more until it just kind of gets thrown inside. So the duct tape here just kind of helps hold it flat. And this did seem to work pretty well. I took my first test shot using my old Red Ryder BB gun. Now, I wanted to start off actually with an airsoft gun. I couldn't find mine, but I figure if this works fine for a BB gun shooting the steel copper-plated BBs, it should work fine for any kind of plastic airsoft BB as well. And after some test shots, it looked like it worked just fine. It captured all the BBs, but this is where I discovered it would be nice to have an angle on that paper stop. And after that, I decided to step it up a bit with a CO2 powered BB gun. This is a lot more powerful than just a spring from the Red Ryder, and it worked great for this as well.